Hello, my name is Wart Steijn from Lantor, and in this film we are going to make a simple infusion using Soric. Our goal is to produce a flat sandwich panel of 6 mm thickness consisting of Soric XF4 and two 1 mm thick glass fiber reinforced skins. We will be using polyester infusion resin to create our panel. We start our layup with the placement of our materials on our mold, which is the polypropylene table surface. We build our sandwich with only glass fiber mats and our Soric. Next, we plan out our vacuum and resin infusion lines. The most robust thing to do would be to infuse along the shortest distance, which would be the width. On a large surface, the resin feed line can even be placed on top of the layup. However, in order to demonstrate the resin flow capabilities of Soric, we will be infusing along the length of the layup. Traditional vacuum infusion will require a flow mesh to facilitate penetration of the resin into the materials, and an equal length of peel ply to remove the flow mesh after the resin is cured. We will not be using these large pieces, which will become waste, because it will be the Soric that is going to facilitate the resin flow. And unlike the flow mesh, Soric is part of the final product. That means that our resin feed line comes here. We stretch out the spiral hose so it stays open, and we position the spiral hose to make contact with the Soric to assure an optimal resin flow, aided by a small piece of peel ply and flow mesh where necessary. Our vacuum line goes against the opposite end. You'll have noticed that our Soric runs the entire length of the laminate, so placing the vacuum line directly against the laminate will be counterproductive. The resin can then flow freely into the vacuum system, which will be a waste. Therefore, we will be employing a resin blocker. There are several commercial resin blockers on the market, but we will simply be using Cormat XI to slow down the resin flow at the end of the infusion. A 6 cm strip of Cormat XI 3 mm will do nicely in most cases. In order to add the resin to the glass fiber and Soric, we will be using a vacuum pump, and we will create a vacuum bag around the materials using this film and the sealant tape, which will create an airtight seal between the film and the table. When all our materials that go in the vacuum bag are in position, we can proceed with making the vacuum bag itself. We already placed an outline of sealant tape around the material, so now we also prepare where we want our hoses to enter and any other spaces where we want extra vacuum bagging material. The vacuum pump will be protected from resin flowing into it by a resin catch pot and a resin brake, which will slow down the flow before reaching the vacuum system. That covers our material choices and their placement. Let's get on with the infusion. Follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook and Twitter for more updates from Lantor. And should you have any technical questions about our Lantor products, you can always contact us on lantor.com.